Hello everybody and welcome back to LEGO Fortnite. And I was getting ready to prepare for episode 2, making a video on it. But while I was doing that, I was like, yes, people don't know enough about this world for me to continue making a series about it. Which is why I'm going to give you more info on this world, so you have a grasp of what happened in this world in the past. So, I'm going to do that right now. This is the LEGO Fortnite World Tour. This is probably going to be pretty much uncut, other than the intro, because I cut the intro. I'm going to cut the first intro out of this, so this is going to be pretty much a fully uncut take of me giving you a world tour, just explaining what happened. But yeah, this is probably going to be one of the only longer videos here that's like this. But you know what? At least I'll cut out the travel, so you guys don't have to watch me walk 7 miles to get anywhere. Because trust me, some of these locations are very far from each other. Like, these are 3 locations, and there's a 4th one right there. And there's the cave I go to up there. But I don't really have to show you that, you know. So I probably won't. But yeah, you can see there's 1 location, there's 2 locations, there's the bridge up here, or there's the Grand Arch, I think is what I call it. The Great Archway, that's what it is. And then there's the Blue House. Blue House, Greenhouse, and there was another greenhouse here, but the greenhouse got destroyed after they left the server, and it's my purple house, because it's where I live, Purple Camp. So, I guess there's no better place to start than here. This is this is the Freak Beach, and that's what I call it. Technically, it's called Friendly Foundation, but this is the camp for freaks and weirdos, which includes me, Lombro, Peely, Fish Stick, Beef Boss, and Kettle Team Leader, Blue Squire. There you go. Those are the ones that are here. I could technically get more, but I have to get beds, and there's not enough freak shows to live here. So that's who we have. Yes, and I always wear Lombro because Lombro is great. I used to wear Fabio Sparkle main, but then they added Lombro, and I was like, I love Lombro. Lombro is my favorite, so we use Lombro. And so, I don't know why I was leaving. Just instinct, you know. This is the first building, and I built this house here with the idea that I put all of my crafting benches in here. So everything that's that needs to be crafting anything is in here. So I got a loom in here, essence table. Oh yeah, and these floors broke at some point. I don't remember exactly why, but I broke them. We got food processor, pretty much anything that needs to be in here. But this building's gonna have to get expanded at some point, and that's gonna be annoying because everything's squished against the walls, which means we're gonna have to move stuff. But yeah, this building is getting too small for all the crafting benches that are here. The only things that needed to be outside are the grill, because the rest of it, if it gets rained on, if it's raining, I can't use these. I think that's not true for the food processor, and probably one other machine. But for the rest of them, it is true. I think it's probably essence table can be outside, but the essence table just looks nicer inside. But yeah, I'm pretty sure food processor can be out here. But there is one other bench that's not in there. It's in my house. This is my house with my bed. I don't think I set my respawn location somewhere else. And there's a juicer in here, just so I can make smoothies and shit, and bait buckets in my house. Yep, and then this is a storage house. It used to have a roof, but then I turned it into a 2nd floor, and I was going to make a 3rd floor that's slightly up, and then a 4th floor if needed. This balcony has chests on it. Those green chests there, are for stuff that I don't know where to put, so I don't have so everything's somewhat sorted, because everything is somewhat, like, sorted through. I know what's in specific chests, and everything kind of has its own place. And, like, I understand what I'm putting in what chest for what reasons. So, everything has its own area. And that's the storage building. If we move to this one. So, this one's weird. It has a bit of a story here. This base used to be where I stored every single bed for my villagers. And when I had 3 of them. But then, I needed more, like, just buildings and stuff. And I was just spamming campfires to try and do that. Also, because the campfires, this is a fun fact, I'll just say this about the campfires now. They also leave off a big smoke cloud in the sky, and it kind of works as a beacon to, like, know where my base is when I had nothing and I didn't fully remember exactly how to get to my base. I could just see the smoke trails in the sky, and I'd be like, oh, that's my base. It's over there. So guys, I didn't have all these buildings. So I was like, yeah. So I'd use that for that. But I also use them to try and get up the level of your village. Because when I go over here, you can see these, like, these levels here. And you have to build stuff to get these to go up. And I needed to build stuff to raise my level, my level from, I believe it was 4 to 5. And I was building all these, and I was like, I guess I'll just build a house. I don't want it for myself, because I have this, obviously. So I was like, I'll just build a house for them, and I built this Pleasant Park house. And this is where their beds are now. There's a bench here, there's a couch here. This bench is going to get replaced by a couch eventually. Bookshelves, stuff here. This is a kitchen, sink, some clutter around. This is the garage, but I never put anything in here. Fuck you. That's a random NPC that wants to live here, but she won't. And then if we go up here, right here, this is Kettle Team Leader's bed and Lou Squire's bed. Over here is Beef Bosses and Peelies, and Fish Stick lives in the wall. Right here. So that's their beds. So now you might be wondering, if it's not for... Hey, Wolfmer. If that building isn't for beds anymore, what is it? I don't know either. I just put fucking toilets and bathtubs in here because I was like, I don't know what to do with this house now. But yeah, that's all that's for. It's just... It's filler. I could put something in there eventually, but I don't know what I'm going to put in there. But yeah, once it goes daytime, I guess I'll show the next landmark. So I don't really want to go out at night and show something that isn't going to be, like, actually seeable. I guess I could throw a torch over here real quick and show this off. My lights light up. There's a joke in the video about this, where I looked over here, and then I saw the car. Like, there's this joke in the video. You could probably put the you probably put the pieces together and see what happened here, but I guess I'll explain it. Trying to fight me? No, they're going for the pig. I built a car over here. I was like, oh, I don't have any way to get it off of this island. So I built this bridge, which is now bugged for some reason, because stuff isn't rendering properly. So it's like bugged here. Because the stuff's like just weirdly rendering, because it's not here. It hasn't been here for a long time. But yeah, this stuff is gone and hasn't been here for a long time, so I don't understand why it's been showing up here. Like, there's some pieces that are here, because I think it's just railings that I left here. But yeah. Oh, I don't have stuff to fight you right now. I don't want to fight you. But yeah, anyway, moving on from that. Like, this stuff's just not here. But anyway, okay. I built this bridge because I wanted to get my car across it. And you might be wondering, what does this have to do with the car being in the water? So I got it. I built this bridge for the car, right? I went to drive the car. I didn't know how to drive the car, and it started going straight. And I was like, oh, is it going straight? I don't get it. Stop, stop. And I was holding LT, and it is not doing anything. Fun fact, you have to use the stick to drive the car. There's no RT, LT buttons for car driving. And I didn't know that. And it went straight. It went straight. It went straight, and now it's here. And the water. I'll be taking my toilet break. Never mind, no, I won't. It's just stuck there now. Just like the car. That's funny. Yeah, that's like that now. And I guess I'll still wait for daytime, but I'll start head over there. I can give some more context on the staircase. So, the landmark was originally called, like, I originally called it the Staircase to Heaven, because it was staircase on that cliff right there on the very edge, farthest edge possible, and it like curved a bit. It went that way, and then it curved up, and went straight that way. I broke it in half right there, right where when it stopped going that way and started going straight out that way. I was like, I'm just gonna break it right there and see what happens. And it landed over there, fully intact. And I was like, that's not fun. And I broke the base of it, and then that fell down here. And a couple pieces of it broke off, but most of it's fine. Because it wasn't a very small bit, but it wasn't a big ramp going in that direction. I'm just not understand how it fell that way. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm confused about. But the rest of it is up here, right on this path here. You can see there's the first piece right there, and there's the second piece that makes the Great Archway. I just broke it in half here, and it fell off here, and now this hangs off here. So I think I technically can push it. No, I can't. I lied. And this piece is just here, like this. Did he move, or did they make any spawn point for this guy? He didn't used to spawn there before. I'm not gonna go near him. I don't have the stuff. I guess I do have the stuff. I just more or less don't want to waste it till I actually have to start using them. Anyway, unimportant. What I'm trying to get at is that's why that's like that. So we're moving on to the second one. This is the second point of interest, technically. It's technically the third. The first would be my house, and the second would be the staircase. But we don't have that. So this is technically the second. So this is the abandoned city village. Now you might be wondering, where's the village? Where's the village totem that was at your place? I broke it. Because I didn't want to see this marker here on my map 100,000 times. Because no one lives here anymore. Because what happened was my cousin and my brother were playing this with me when the game launched, and they built a village here, and this is my brother's house, and this is my cousin's house, and I broke this wall. But he made this giant tunnel going all the way through here, like this. And then this garage door that was part of a different building, he used as the entrance to it. But then he also left this roof open. So that doesn't make any sense. And they had this, they built this right here, so you could get up here on the roof. So you pretty much could just jump on that and jump in here. And this is all they built, and then they never played this world again. Yeah, and then this is just all an abandoned city. This is probably one of their beds. Yeah, they're there. That's my cousin's bed. Brother's probably in here. Probably stay at house. Big lax big. Not in here. What the fuck did he build that for? It's a decoy bed. And a chest, apparently. Where is his bed at? I don't even see it. They destroyed that house, too, by the way. I don't have anything in this chest. They built a couple chairs. Okay, that's great. Well, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, there's just holes in the back of this building, and then they have... Why do they have 2 crafting benches? I don't know. This doesn't matter. What I'm trying to get at is... And they have another... What? They just built these everywhere. I cannot fathom what is happening here. But pretty much, I'm trying to get at is this has always been an abandoned village, and I just broke the village pattern at some point. But before I did any of that, I came to their house after they just stopped playing at some point, built that staircase, and I built this staircase. And this staircase I use to glide this way, because it actually is faster to do that, so I can get back to my house quicker. So that's a convenience thing, and I built that. That wasn't originally part of this. But yeah, this is the second landmark. Now we're gonna head to the blue landmark, this blue marker, because that is the third one. And this is Stanley's house. So Stanley isn't technically confirmed gone. He's still willing to play. It's just he's waiting for a big update to play this again. But yeah, this is Stanley's village, and you can see the entrance right there. You got this grand bridge leads him up into here. We're not going to look off to the left yet. The left is a very important landmark that I like to keep, not a secret, but save for the end of this part, for this landmarks review. So we got campfires, obviously like a beacon, like I said originally. And he built a bunch of log cabin stuff. And he has like a farm here, the grain mill, people doing jobs. I'm surprised none of them are under the ground currently. It seems as if they're both perfectly fine. But yeah, this was his house. I think he destroyed his own bed. Doesn't seem like he has a bed here anymore. Those beds are all for NPCs, and he built those like that. Or he might have moved his bed in here. Table with chairs. He's got a bunch of stuff built in here. Nice looking building. I'm just gonna dive out the back here. He might have built it in here. Nope, this is an empty building. Okay, so yeah, this is his place. That's his storage. That's like a living area, and he never finished this, and he kind of stopped playing after that. He's got people like Silas. He's got people in here doing stuff. But the best landmark is right over here. And you see that wooden structure? You might be asking, Chris, did you break another car? No. In fact, this was before cars existed. It was just thrusters and, what is it? Dynamic foundation, I think is what it's called. Yeah, dynamic foundation. They're called large, and there's large ones now, medium and small. So, like, they're technically not just called dynamic foundation. But this is the one I used. But no, it was not a car. It was balloons on a log watchtower. And I broke the balloons, and now it's under the floor somewhere. And there's another piece over here that's just floating here, because it originally fell over here, and then it started glitching out underneath the ground. So there's just this over here, and there's the actual watchtower under the ground all the way over here. I don't know what happened. It's just bugging under the ground. It's still intact under the ground. It's just under the ground. Yeah. So, it technically was right here when it missed that campfire before. But, I broke it. It's no longer above the ground. So yeah, that happened. That's funny though. I find that hilarious. But yeah, he built this bridge so it'd be easier to actually get up here, because you used to have to swim through the water the way I did. Because if you swam through the water normally, there was only one way you could do it, but you could technically jump on like a couple of the edges by doing it the way I normally swim, where you're like this, because this saves stamina. And if you swim normally, it takes a lot of stamina. You wouldn't have enough. Supposedly, according to him, you didn't have enough to get anywhere except for one spot, and it was perfect, just perfectly using enough stamina where you could just jump out of the water in another direction. But yeah, yeah, so this is the Stanley structure. My caves that I use are technically over there, but those are technically just for the sand biome stuff. So like rubies, and it's like rubies and whatever it's called, other stuff like that. This is Gavin's house, or Gavin's village, because he built more than just a house, technically. He has that too. Also, I believe there was a staircase that we made into an archway and tried to make a joke, and then he destroyed it. So, yeah. This is Emerald Acres. This is his village. I don't remember what the other one was called that was Stanley's, but it's still Lakeside View. That's what we're going to call it for now. This Emerald Acres is Gavin's village. And this tower was built, I think, for Meowscles. Yes. was. It was built for Meowscles to have a bed up here. And then I don't think anybody else has a bed. I'm pretty sure it's just Gavin. What's this person lives here? Oh no, Hayseed lives here. This Hayseed in here. Hayseed lives under the stairs. And then I remember we were trolling him and building all this stuff here. Built all this stuff and we were trolling him. And Gavin has yet to play this ever again. He's yet to play this ever again, and yeah, there's just a bunch of shit, random shit placed down here. Other than the actual tables, the rest of this was us and not him. The crafting benches were on. And then up here, he's the only one built stuff, except for this. I built this chair. It's a nice chair. That is all. Yeah, but Gavin doesn't have too much here. You see that is where he was. He slept. He sleeps on that bed up here, and then Hayseed sleeps on the bed under the stairs. The Meowscles lives in the tower, because I'm pretty sure he said it was his cat tower. So yeah, that's a world tour, and yeah, that's technically all the info you need, other than the rebel base and anything in the rebel area. But if you haven't seen that, or any of the rebel area stuff, maybe so you can't jump on open doors anymore. If you want to see any of that, you want that, technically, I'm not putting that on the world tour, because that was pre-episode 1, and this tour should have been made before episode 1. I'm just dumb. So if you want to know anything about that, watch episode 1 of the Star Wars. Watch Lego Fortnite episode 1, the Star Wars. And then you'll get all the context you need, and then you can move on to episode 2. You technically don't even have to watch this to know episode 1 or 2. This is just a fun little thing I thought I'd do before episode 2. So you know what? Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for stopping by. I'll see you in episode 2. Bye-bye.